Hello everyone, and welcome back to Seeker's Journey with our berry petal tribe as the rainy day continues and the news begins to spread through the tribe of the shock of having identical twin boys with some honker of noses on the front of their faces. They are definitely going to be our smell seekers. Look at them. They have actually got antlers and everything too. That is so cool. And in her usual slightly egotistical, slightly sassy way, their mother Malari has actually named them after herself. So we have Maronu and Miruno here, and I think they're absolutely amazing. And I also think Kalari is absolutely amazing, their sister. I mean, just look at her. She's so pretty, and they look so much like Peppermint. And I've really kind of begun to accept the idea that in our Scent Seekers tribe, in our Berry Petal tribe, all of the different nichelings kind of have some unique scents, and we definitely have some peppermint smells going on over here. We've got some berry smells going on over here, and we've got some, like with Parmesan, we've got some lovely cheesy scents, and then the scents with our patterned nichelings, who are our administrators, are actually pretty plain, like stone and dirt and faraway places, and it doesn't really get them a lot of attention. The smells of delicious berry scents or yummy exotic peppermint scents tend to get the nicheling's attention far more than the smell of like dirt and rocks, which actually we have in abundance over here next to our awesome administrators. But that's, they're figuring their own way out in life, and I really love where we're going with everything except for the tragedy of Susuri. So we have discovered that if our nichelings in this story element of our tribe eat a poison berry, they become addicted to the poison berries, and it's the only thing they want to eat until the berry bush is gone. So Susuri is a young nicheling who is watching her whole life unravel before her, much to the tragedy of her mother Rose Frost, breaking heart, because she's addicted to these berry bushes. That is proving to be really dangerous for the tribe. They definitely want to remove the berry bushes as soon as possible, because we're going to say unless there is an adult nicheling nearby to aggressively push away the baby, then any young nichelings who stumble upon a toxic berry bush will be very curious and try eating it. Now you may be wondering, why on earth would we feed our nichelings toxic berries? But that's because every time we try to take a berry from a toxic berry bush, performing collect on toxic berry bushes gets a little closer to unlocking toxic body, and then we would be full of all sorts of vibrant, bright, beautiful berry and flower colors that would really fit this tribe. So alright, let's continue on with our scents. Some of the interesting things that have started to happen are that Racolette and Ramuku here have fallen in love. They're getting ready to have a child, but I feel like Racolette doesn't want to be maybe near that berry bush. I'm not sure. I think she would be a little cautious. She's a planner. Thankfully, as a patterned creature, she tends to use her head, whereas Ramoku would be like, oh, this looks delicious. I think his pregnant mate would kind of side-eye that, being of the patterned, thus the administrating planner side of the tribe, and go, that doesn't look familiar. I want a food source I'm more familiar with. And she really likes clams. So we're going to have her jump into this nest. Oh my gosh! Bogo nest and something she recognizes. Oh my goodness, I think that she would be totally tickled about this. Oh my gosh, yeah, and that gets them further away from the toxic berry bush. Oh look, and there's even a healing plant over here. She's gonna be all over that interesting scent. That's for sure. I think that she would be super curious about just what the heck is happening with the healing plant there. All right, and let's see, what else do we have going on? Huckleberry. Oh, and Huckleberry is really sweet. I'm really glad that Rose Frost pushed him away from the toxic berry bush, and now he won't have to die. I didn't really want to make him die because we're also really low on males. So we're going to go ahead, and I think he is going to become great friends with Camembert, whose mother actually just recently passed away. That's her skull right there. Actually, Camembert is literally standing on top of his mom's skull. It's a hard life. He kind of reminds me of Hamlet right now, doesn't he? He just makes me think about like Hamlet, like holding up a skull, like, look, Look at this. Whoa, is this? Oh my gosh, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah. So he's got a little bit of a gothic atmosphere about him. But we'll go ahead and have Huckleberry clear away some of the grasses. I think he would try to console his new friend about the loss of his mother. So we'll let Camembert and Huckleberry sort of settle in over here. Huckleberry, with his webbed paws, is going to help us start unlocking some of the swimming genes, which are also really easy to unlock this early in the game. And then we'll also let maybe Huckleberry jump across the pond and say hello to Kalari, who's watching these two nichelings with amusement and also in charge of her little brothers at the moment. All right, let's see. Oh, and there's a bunny! There we go. Magnolia loves to eat bunnies. So I think that would make her happy, and fishing would make her pretty happy too, because fish smell really weird, but Magnolia really likes to use her camouflage to be able to eat bunnies. Oh, and there's a dead koi fish. Oh, I think that that's definitely something Lilium would eat. All right, we've kind of got like a little bit of a gothic side going on this side of the tribe in the swamp, because we've got Lilium, who looks like she has dipped her paws in the blood of her enemies. And then over here, we have got Camembert, who's sitting on his little spot, kind of proclaiming in the rain with his mother's skull here. And I guess this tribe is really feeling the Halloween month. Oh my gosh. But all right, enough of that silliness. Let's go ahead and see what the next day has for us. I do believe somebody passed away. No! So sad, Rose Frost. Rose Frost passed away, leaving behind a daughter terribly addicted to these toxic berries. Dun dun dun. Oh, that's so sad. Oh my gosh. So that just happened. I'm gonna miss Rose Frost a lot. And we've got Susuri right over there. Let's see what else has gone down. Any more babies? I think no more babies on the left side. On the right side, we've got a new baby. Oh, and he probably smells like dirt. I think that Ramuku might be happy. He'd definitely be happy. He would love all of his children, but they definitely didn't have a berry child that time. That's for sure. And there's lots of bunnies coming to bother them. So we'll go ahead and collect up our berry. And I think this is Ramuku's last child, actually. So we'll go ahead and Kirnu, we're going to go ahead and name Kirnu after his father, because Romu has actually been remembered through his son Ramuku, who was born to Romu's second mate, Basia. If you guys remember, Basia showing up at the most random moment. And then Ramuku came with his sister Rose Frost, and he fell in love with several mates. So he mated with Lilium, Malari, who was mostly just using him for his genes and kept moving. And then also, well, actually, I think Malari is his child with Blue? No. Oh my gosh, look at this family tree. It's really starting to get pretty chaotic. Anyway, Ramuku has had several children, and I'm going to have him remembered through his son, and we'll name him Kirnuku. There we go. Or should I keep the Ramuku? Romumu? Why not? We'll go with Romumu. And we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. Sometimes I like to have random members of the tribe that we just kind of keep having be born in a sideways manner. And apparently we unlocked a new gene to mutate. What? What is it? Oh, it's normal fertility. All right. So we have passed 50 days. So we have unlocked normal fertility. Interesting. All right. Well, that'll be really good for this tribe. And Ramuku does not have a big nose or anything. He doesn't really have anything in particular that stands out, and he's not even a patterned nicheling, so he's kind of just like a free agent. He can do whatever he wants with his little life and his personality at this rate. All right, then what's going down over here? Parmesan has decided to abandon the family, the area that the family is in, because she is in search of a handsome mate of her own. So she's going to go try to find herself a new male. And over here, we're a little bit busy with Dodomingo and toxic berries and everything. So I don't think that Viu and Runini would really notice that she suddenly vanished. And little Suji here, there we go. So yeah, I feel like Viu is like frantically like, oh, there's all these nests falling into disrepair. I just don't know what to do about this, Runini. And Runini, she's already pregnant. Get out of our And I think Runini, having found that the Dolomingo have indeed invaded her nest, would agree. Okay, wait a second. This actually has become a problem. So yeah, we're definitely having a little bit of a problem there. Bush is trying very aggressively to protect the lovely strawberries, precious berries, from any infringement from all of these like crabbits and these bunnies that are coming to bother the lovely Strawberry's nest. I think Strawberry will go ahead and kind of start tidying the area up. Her daughter Mulberry may help out, and we might have Mulberry start wandering off. I really hope that Mulberry doesn't get pulled into the dark side of things with Susuri. Oh no! If that may happen though. If she doesn't watch out, Susuri might lead her to the dark side and be like, oh, the toxic berries taste so delicious. No, don't listen to her. Ignore the peer pressure. Oh dear. All right, and then let's see what we can do here. All right, and Bush will continue to try to investigate, make sure there's no bunnies nearby. And speaking of bunnies, Magnolia loves to eat bunnies. So she would be on the trail of any interesting bunny scents that she could try to chase down. Magnolia wants to go eat more bunnies. So she'd be working on that. And then over here, I think Camembert would try to maybe keep his mother's nest in good repair and sort of take over and try to take care of this side of things. And Huckleberry, we'll let Huckleberry jump over to say hello. And Kalari might be very interested and have her two little brothers sort of tumbling at her feet. I can't believe they're identical. That is so cool. All right, Malari is going to go ahead and jump into the nest, and she's going to look around and probably want everything nice and tidy. I might even let her take a little bath. There we go. And that also gets us. Why did I do that, you may say? Because that counted as swimming, believe it or not. And so that got us one step closer to gills and one step closer to being able to get like the not fishing tail, because you have to fish for that, but one step closer to webbed paw, which I'm sure we can get both of those traits before we have to leave. All right, Lilium and her son Radish are right over here. And Ramon, oh, he's gonna pass away. I don't want him to pass away. Ramon is so cool. All right, well, I was gonna let him try to catch that Razorina as his final act. So, all right, we'll have Lilium. I don't think you can clear away these thorns, so I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to get her hurt. She's not so into like, whoa, I've never been so close up to a nicheling. Lilium, hi. I didn't know I could get that close. That must have been like the position of the camera and the land tiles. That was really interesting. But Lilium isn't so intense, even though we're right up in her eyeball there. Oh my gosh, that she would try to clear away thorns. I'm just gonna leave you to it, Lilium. Okay then, that was interesting. All right, yeah, and she's the only one with any moves left. So, Ramon, I am going to miss you and all of your beautiful peppermint-scented children, but at least you're leaving behind quite the legacy. Dun dun dun! Many sons, including one who looks just like Lilium. Oh my gosh. And then another beautiful son named Kiro that we will actually rename. Let me dive through our gigantic, wonderful name list. And we're going to go ahead and name that little one. And I haven't been deleting the names anymore, so I apologize if sometimes we have repeats. Because I realized if I keep deleting the names, I'm going to lose some of my favorite names that I would love to use in the future. So we're going to name this little one Adine. And then I kind of want to name Lilium's child looks a little bit like Bacon. And I know a lot of you guys have wanted me to name some Bacon, and I just can't bring myself to do that. But I will go ahead and name him, well, he doesn't have, I was going to name him Tuscara, but actually he doesn't have any tusks. And he doesn't have any horns. He looks really weird. He does kind of look a little bit like Bacon, doesn't he? Oh, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead and name him Zamani instead and try to give him a little bit of nobility with that name. And he actually has 3 strength, so not enough to destroy those toxic berry bushes still, but I'm glad he's a member of the family. Also, green eyes. Oh, man. Man, Malari, you have the best babies. She truly does. I feel like her tribe, her like section of the tribe might actually be the group that gets to move on. But all right, what do we have going down over here? Susuri, poor Susuri is just addicted to these toxic berries. She just can't help herself, but she is getting us closer and closer to unlocking that mutation. And we have Mulberry has actually grown up into an adult, so she has escaped. She has escaped being convinced to go ahead and try the toxic berries by poor Susuri. And then over here, Strawberry is getting quite comfy. She feels pretty happy with everything that she has accomplished with clearing out her little area. So I think that Bush might think maybe it's a good time for romance. And then over here, I think View would be teaching little Suji how to go ahead and, oh, she can't crack open nuts. What can she do? Oh, she can actually attack things. So let's have her come over. And she chased away the Dodomingo, which is quite the relief for heavily pregnant Runini. And then we're going to gather up these nuts. So View will collect those up. All right, good. We have a lot of bunnies. We almost have like a bunny problem. Magnolia, get to it. All right, Magnolia is on that bunny problem. And then over here, I feel like Kalari might want to do some exploring. And I feel like Camembert might jump over and he might want to kind of explore. Oh, look at that! Camembert! I think that would get the little guys. Oh no, they found a toxic berry bush. Not my identical twins, no! I like them too much. They're sniffing it out though, that's for sure. All right, their mom I think would come over and she would immediately grab them by the back of their big old ears and be like, oh no you don't, you two. Even though that would smell really good. Oh, should I have them chew on it? I don't know. I do need to unlock Toxic Body. And I mean, they're identical, so if I lose one, I'll have the other, but still. All right, I want to keep my peppermint kids going. All right, Kalari, I think, jump over here, very excited, whole new land. Huckleberry would be pretty excited about this too. They're all in on it together. We might have this little section start moving up to the north. We'll have to see what happens. I left the baby unattended. I'm sorry, Avine, I didn't mean it. All right, we'll have Radish. No, Radish, I almost had him eat from that berry bush. I don't know, this is really hard for me to decide, you guys. I don't know if I should have some of my nichelings eat from the berry bushes or not. I don't know which nichelings I want to be able to really push forward because all of their genes are vaguely pretty good. All right, and then we have another very, very, very plain baby girl over here with Rocolette. She really had some normal looking children for being somebody who ended up with like such an interesting eyebrow set. But let me go ahead and find... We have got a whole bunch, like some of these names get really specific and they like have meanings attached to them. So I try to make sure I'm using the right kind of meaning. But let's go for this little female. We'll go ahead and name her Mina. Oh, and her name's already Mies. So we're going to go ahead and name her Mina. There we go. Just a nice simple name for a nice simple young lady. All right. And we'll have... Oh, back off, Bun Bun. We'll go ahead and have Rocolette. She might raise some children who know how to hunt bunnies because there appear to be a lot of bunnies. She'll stay with her babies over there. And Parmesan, I'm just going to let Parmesan keep moving until she manages to find a male. And that might be kind of interesting. She's on the hunt for a new mate. All right, so that takes care of everybody here. I honestly don't know who to have chew on the toxic berry bushes. I feel like we might have an epidemic where a whole bunch of our children start becoming addicted to toxic berry bushes. But at the same time, I'm so scared if I did that, you guys would like flip your noodles. And I would get complete and utter rage. I already know a lot of people were brokenhearted about Susuri being addicted to toxic berries. But at the same time, I feel like it makes a lot of sense for the story atmosphere of our group. And so I might have Radish possibly do that, but he does have an adult right next to him. And we did have Malari swing in and kind of supervise her kids. So I'm going to have to think about it. Whoa! Look at you! No, Susuri! I'm so sorry, little one. Oh my gosh, but Vanta. What? He's so handsome and he's trying so hard to just have the tiniest little line of eyebrows. Look at him. Look at him. He is trying so hard and I love him. I actually think that's a great name for him too. So we have young Vanta who has just been born and he is the son of View. So I think that really works out when it comes to the name scheme. And what to do with this group? All right, we'll go ahead, and I feel like Suji might try to start addressing the bunny problem, much to her father's pride. And then I feel like Renini would definitely address the issue of like, we're having trouble. There's a lot of trouble with like the grass is overgrown here. What are we going to do about all of the grass, all of the bunnies? And the administrators are going to start talking about it. They've kind of been left on their own for quite a while too. Over here, I feel like Strawberry is having a hard time keeping her nest in order, and so she's super distracted, trying to make sure like all this grass is just getting overgrown, and it's so distracting. But thankfully, with the lovely Bush here to help, she's quite content and even getting ready to have another child. And then Mulberry up here with G and A. How many of our nichelings have G and A? How close did we get to Toxic Body? All right, Mulberry, I hate to say it, but I think Mulberry may have actually, I don't know. Let's see. A Gene. How many of you guys have A? A lot of you. How many of you guys have G? Only Mulberry actually has G of this generation. So maybe Mulberry, you're once again saved by the fact I need your genes. Oh my goodness. All right. Magnolia cannot destroy this toxic berry bush. Can she find any bunnies? There's some bunnies across the way. There's a mole she can actually eat right here, though. I do feel like we might have more of our nichelings start eating from the toxic berry bushes. I think Zamani might do it. Yeah, he's actually got hemophilia and everything, guys. Ooh, I don't know about this. All right, I think we found my next toxic berry bush eater. And then let's see. I feel like the twins may have tried to eat from toxic berries, but Malari caught them and isn't going to let them. And Kalari, I feel like, wants to do some exploring. Oh, and then Evine, let's grab him too. All right, good job. All right, so he took care of that bunny. And I think the twins definitely found the toxic berry bush, but the others around them are very insistent. Oh no, there's a lot of toxic berry bushes. Yeah, we might have to just go ahead and eat them and become strong enough to get rid of them. So we're going to have to think about this. But we'll have Huckleberry. Huckleberry could actually be a good mate. D and F. So Camembert would actually be an okay mate for Mulberry. So I'm actually going to have Camembert jump back over here. He's having fun playing with his friends from his childhood, Kalari and Huckleberry. But the bottom line is he doesn't really want to go too far from his mother's nest and his mother's bones and everything, and this little stream that he likes to splash in, where he is slowly but surely through his swimming raising our ability to unlock gills and webbed paws. And you know, Mulberry, she doesn't really want to go that far from her mom either. So together, the two of them might be able to make something work. All right, so meanwhile, that would free up Kalari here to continue exploring, and she found a normal berry bush right over here. And I think Huckleberry would want to kind of follow with her. Holy moly, there's a lot of healing plants. All right, I think one of these terrible, troublesome twins might actually try eating a poison plant and then eating one of the healing plants, and we're gonna see what happens. I think that would definitely occur. And for little Radish here, I wonder if he would eat it. He's got big ears. He doesn't have a big nose though. And we've got little Zamai. And what am I going to do with Lilium? All right, I'm going to let Lilium kind of swim to the other side to see what's going on. And I feel like unsupervised, Radish might let his little brother try that toxic berry, which is a little bit weird of a story twist, but I need to get that toxic body. I really do. All right, and Parmesan is going to continue to move on. She's found the toxic berries, but she's not interested. She's looking for a new guy. And then Racolette, I think, would be quite surprised at what her nose has led her to. And so she's a planner, so she's more just trying to like discover the different sections and sort of like reveal them so that any future traveling family member might be able to find them. But her two children are sort of just free spirits. They're sort of just wandering through the grasslands, not really a particular plan in mind. So that's what they're up to. And thank goodness that covers everybody. All right, well, that handles everybody for now, guys. We're starting to figure out kind of where we're going. We're getting some really beautiful, interesting nichelings born. And next, we're going to have to see what happens if one of our troublesome identical twins, who kind of look like Clifford the Big Red Dog now that I look at them again, but we're going to see if one of them eats a toxic berry and then eats a healing berry. Can we balance it all out? Will it be okay? And can we get a little bit closer to unlocking that toxic body? But all right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.